Friends since year 7, Sam and Charlie, take their well-deserved camping trip after having finally completed their final year of high school and VCE exams. They decide to take a hike to clean their head about their future they nervously await.
How great is it to be out here in nature?
It feels amazing to breathe in that fresh air.
We deserve this, don't we? We had such a long year, and I think getting out here is what we both needed before our results come in.
Couldn't be more right. Back home, I felt like I was going crazy. All I had on my mind was my ATAR results and coming in and overthinking how I did on my exams.
I know what you mean. It's all my parents went on about as soon as I got home from my last exam. What's the first thing you did once you were finished?
Well, once I got home, I threw out all my textbooks and materials in the bin. Letting go of all that homework, assignments, tests, and exams, it was a feeling I'll never forget. What about you?
Honestly, I just love the fact that I'll never have to put up with that one teacher ever again.
Suddenly, the sky was wrapped with a thunderstorm, catching our characters off guard. The long tree swinging back and forth due to the extreme gusts of wind swaying a forest. Dark clouds cut out any sunshine and unusual torrential rain.
Where's this come from? We need to find shelter fast.
Over there. There's a tunnel that should keep us out of this storm.
Our characters now find themselves forced into unfamiliar terrain, sheltering from the downpouring rain and rumbling thunder.
Whoa, that is one of the worst storms I've ever come across.
Same here. We might be stuck in here for a while. What were you saying before you were cut off by the storm?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna bring up Miss Thomas. Do you remember her?
How could I forget? She was terrible. She would always make it seem like it was our fault if we didn't understand a concept. I remember her explicitly disregarding how stressful our time was throughout year 12, never checking up on students or how we were going. Do you remember how she hated kids talking and laughing in her class?
Of course I do. I felt like she always singled me out when talking to the class about doing better and trying to get better marks. I remember this one terrible day in school.
Okay, students, I'm going to place everyone into their groups with who they belong. That table over there is in that group. Now, the smart ones are all in a group. The other boys, Sam, your friends, over there in the corner.
Excuse me, miss, would you give us some help because we don't understand the assigned work?
Well, that's nothing new. Why is it like you never understand the work I give out? It's like you never tried in this class, Sam. Figure it out yourself. I don't have time to waste helping you out.
Miss, I've been dealing with a lot of stress recently.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to hear any of your excuses.
You're the teacher that we're supposed to get support from. You can't treat me like this in the classroom when I'm in need of your help.
I won't tolerate this kind of behavior. Get out of my class.
Oh my god, I remember that. Where did you go after she kicked you out? Did you tell any of the other teachers what happened?
Not exactly. See, I wasn't really thinking straight, so I went to the guidance counselor's office to talk about what happened.
What did she say?
And then she threw me out of her class, and now I'm here.
You mentioned that you were dealing with quite a lot of pressure. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've been feeling pressure from the whole school and my parents at home. Family and friends keep on asking me what course I'm going to do next year. But I don't know what I want, who I'm going to become. At home, my parents are always disappointed in my results, making me feel inadequate. Miss Thomas treating me like how she was today, it was so much extra pressure on me. And because of how isolated and alone she made me feel, it felt like Miss Thomas just didn't even care.
Sam, not knowing what you want to do is perfectly normal. In fact, many other students are in the same boat as you. Know that you are not alone. There are many options and pathways you can take. In regards to Miss Thomas, I cannot believe she is treating her students like this, and I'm so sorry you had to experience that. Don't worry, I'll be having a word with her.
Wow, it feels so good to finally speak about this with someone. I've been holding this in for some time and afraid to confess how I'm truly feeling.
Sometimes that's all someone needs, just someone to talk to. My door is always open. You can come and see me anytime. That's what I'm here for. Keep your head up and take it day by day, and just do your best. It's all any of us can do.
After this chat with the guidance counselor, Sam was feeling much better and more hopeful moving forward.
Whoa, the storm ain't quitting. I remember that day at school. It was one of the last days before we all got sent into lockdown, right? Because of COVID.
That's right, yeah. Things looked like they were headed up for me. I felt better about myself, and my headspace was finally clearing up. But when we were cut off from one another, it just made me realize how important going into school actually was.
Yeah, I hear you. Online learning was such a jarring experience. It was an obstacle that just when you thought it was going away for good, it'd come back even stronger.
We had so much taken away from us, didn't we? It's like every time we got back up, we immediately got knocked back down again. Like, remember when we came out of lockdown for the first time? And everyone was so happy, aside from the few Karens against the new mask mandate.
Here we find Sam struggling to cope with online learning in his room, where lots of problems are starting up and stressing Sam out.
This internet connection could not be playing up at a worse time. And of course the dog doesn't stay quiet when I need to focus.
Sam, can you please come to do the dishes? I need the space to make dinner. You should have done that before I got home.
No, Mum, I'll do them after. I need to finish this assessment task. Please.
And Sam, where did you leave the socks then?
I'll sort it out later, Mum. Please. I have to finish this assessment task. Oh, no. Of course my microphone was on for everyone to hear. Oh, I hate online learning.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Your mum can be funny sometimes.
Yeah, right. And annoying. At least it's funny now, I guess. Hey, wait. Look. I see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh yeah, you hear that? There's no more thunder or rain. That must mean the storm's finally passed.
Yeah. You know what? After all that, going through this storm and this dark tunnel, everything else doesn't seem so bad anymore. I think you and I can take whatever the future throws our way, as long as we stick together.
Come on, Sam, let's push through to the other side.
Now, Sam and Charlie find themselves immersed into beautiful nature.
Whoa.
Let's go follow that rainbow. Who knows, we might even find gold on the other side.
Right, Charlie and Sam began a new journey after confronting their hearts to overcome problems during high school.